something they're willing to first pick. Actually, I really don't like first picking Kalista for a number of reasons. One of them is Lissandra. But not going to be on the board this time around, and neither will Kassadin or Rek'Sai. I have a sneaking suspicion that Winterfox are going to try and save their counter pick for Pobelter, because they do have guaranteed last pick, and he will be a crucial part of this lineup.
One thing I do always see with Kassadin bans is a tendency to want to play LeBlanc, though. And I usually, when that happens, I see it done by the blue team. So it surprises me just a little bit. Dig, oddly, it's not on the screen yet. Their last ban is Annie. Of all teams to ban Annie, I would have not expected Dignitas to be that team.
Well, that does signal that they are going to run something that would fall to hard engage. Both Lissandra and Annie. Good bans here from Dignitas if they want to go with a similar strategy that they had yesterday. I feel like they are going to go more disengage oriented, maybe some longer range damage. Jarvan, good all-around pick there to start it off. Gnar, of course, we always have to mention, still available. Sivir early pick, Corki is banned. That explains their last ban right there.
Well, I thought Sivir was supposed to be good against Corki, was the thing. So,
oh, yeah.
like, a lot of this is very strange to me that they're choosing the bans here. Of course, we'll see what the plan ends up being as it pays out. Of course, Corki, so good mid-game. You could talk about the lane matchup, but strategically, Sivir really wants bigger team fights when champions scale up. And Corki is all about pressing an advantage 15 minutes in. So, strategically, this ban sure might make sense.
Well, speed on speed here for Winterfox so far.
Yeah. They really want to choose their battles.
Very quick bottom lane, yeah.
Pick start fights when you want with Sivir.
And also, with Annie being banned, Janna was the next support KiWiKid went to. There's the insta pickup here, though.
All right.
He's going to be healing this time on Nami. They do have the combo, so we'll be teamfight oriented for Dignitas. They just don't want that Annie engage catching them off guard. They want to engage on their terms.
Well, Dig's going to have to hope that Tidal Wave's going to have to follow up. To my knowledge, Narvan is still undefeated in North America specifically. We've seen the various elements lose once in a while, but I believe together they're 4-0. Lee Sin picked up for Helios here. The Maokai top lane for Avalon facing up against this Gnar. And they are, in fact, saving their mid lane pick for certain.
These will be some very interesting team fights to keep your eyes on. We're going to have to keep our eyes on multiple targets this time around. Very quick. Speed advantage here for Winterfox. Whoa. A lot of poke, a lot of long-range damage here. If that Gnar and Jarvan ever get a good initiate and lock up the team for a second, CoreJJ and Shiphtur are going to deal out plenty of damage to take down anyone who gets CC'd. However, Janna and Sivir, very quick Winterfox team, as we said.
Yeah,
and Pobelter is definitely known for taking a champion to try and roam around, get kills, and split up the game rather than wait for a team fight.
That's true. So I was corrected, by the way. Narvan did lose yesterday. Team Liquid was taken down by Cloud9 when they played Narvan. So if my information is to be correct, then this could be the #2 loss for Narvan. See if they can do it, or if they can keep that win rate up, of course. Winterfox, yeah, Pobelter typically looking for something individualistic here.
Into Azir. A lot of people really like just killing Azir. As mentioned in the video intro that we had, if you bring a jungler such as Lee Sin, who's great at early ganking, Azir with not the strongest of defensive statistics. Pobelter on Zed, really scary if he gets an early kill, start roaming around, doesn't want to let this Dignitas team group up ever.
And no big surprise, of course, Shiphtur bringing an exhaust for himself to try to not die to the Zed all-ins. I think that is the only summoner you're allowed to bring in that matchup if you don't have the kill pressure yourself. So Narvan, Azir, Kog'Maw as well to deal some damage. I don't think Dig can do many great split-up fights, but their 5-on-5 certainly scary as hell. Winterfox, a bit of individual playmaking, but also fairly team fight focused with Sivir and Maokai in this lineup.
I think they're really going to go more towards split pushing, put a lot of effort into Pobelter, and then just use speed of Sivir to catch people out. Winterfox probably looking to split up this team and take advantage of Dignitas as they get caught out of position. Yeah, if they get caught out of position.
If they do, of course, it's just all up to their control. We've seen them play slow, controlled games before. Unfortunately, they couldn't quite win that one against Gravity when they played that way, but it was certainly contentious for a while. We'll see if that ends up happening here.
Well, this time around, they've got an engage option.
That's
great
true.
Engage option.
Yeah. Crumbzz on Jarvan, going to be able to start fights off. Should be easy to follow him up with Gamsu here. We were wondering if he was willing to play Gnar. He is. Bring this out for this match. Now, guys, remember to keep tweeting with every gank and team fight who you think is going to be victorious. Send hashtag DIGWin or WFXWin to @LOL Esports. As always, the vote's going to show up at the bottom of the screen at some point during the game. And we have Game 2 of the day.
So, can Winterfox keep Dignitas spread out and pick them apart? Will they be able to get a lead for Pobelter and try to use Altec's speed later in the game to pull off a finish? Dignitas this time around, if they do go even in the early game here, then they do have the option of controlling those neutral objectives fairly effectively. All they have to do is group up, and they can easily put down their vision. KiWiKid, early money.
Nice. Unfortunately, he doesn't run the Bandit match. Hold on, Helios spots a Gamsu.
Okay.
A little bit of damage, all right. Run, go, get, aww.
Gamsu, by the way, is probably the strongest point for Dignitas so far in the first 3 games that they have played. Coming into this week, #2 on the KDA for North America. And with Dignitas being down in gold every single game that they've played in the North American LCS, very impressive for Gamsu.
Minions have spawned.
On Gnar, he is going to be a critical part for this team as well.
He's only got 1 death, right?
1 death. That'll do it for you. That'll give you a good KDA.
Typically. At some point, assists will show up in your inventory, so it's going to be the case. Avalon will be starting at the Raptor camp. Soccer balls apparently are greater than Raptors. I don't believe they've ever existed at the same time until now. You're seeing it first.
Very popular start for many top laners to take a camp. Maokai definitely one of the best at starting it, for reasons you can see right there.
And a lane swap comes in, so Winterfox wanting to dodge the matchup. I do think this would end up being a slightly better 2-on-2 in Dignitas' favor, though we see this for reasons other than the 2-on-2 matchup. Could be for
also
game reasons.
Also what it does is isolate mid lane and allow more people to roam around. So if they want to get Pobelter ahead, they want to get the Zed early lead, they can put a lot of pressure onto the mid lane, and they are not waiting for it.
Wow. Level 1 Shiphtur puts down the W. There's the level
2
up, but he's got almost nowhere to go. Is he going to flash the Q? Yes. Crumbzz shows up, says hi. That's a flash for a roam.
All right, so Winterfox playing their team as expected. Pobelter gets the early summoner advantage on Shiphtur, and we'll probably see Shiphtur hugging much closer to his turret now, as there will be multiple people roaming around in this game. Here come the answer from Dignitas. Much less effective, though. Just trying to ward up.
Coverage, though. They're going to be able to watch almost all of Janna and Lee Sin's roams. You know that they actually warded the right-hand side? Lee Sin has to get his own blue buff. Pobelter is not going to get knocked up. Trying to run away. Nice little bit of damage from KiWiKid. He's only level 1, though, so no CC from this Nami. Look how close he is. This bar is almost full. Could have maybe forced a spell out if he had gotten a bit more XP as part of this.
Well, up top, it looks like the wave has been shoved into the turret here by Altec. Large wave built up and gotten a decent amount of harass done. Nobody up here to support it, though, so Gamsu will be able to CS pretty well under the turret, using Gnar's range form here. And boulders fairly soon. Don't expect Jarvan to really come up. Gamsu's so low with no health potions left.
Yeah, thankfully he's swinging into Big Gnar. That was going to be a nearly killable enemy champion. Altec, so far so good. 23 minions on Sivir.
Just protecting here, not looking for any aggressive moves, just trying to get vision so there's no dive. Avalon down bottom. So decent amount of success as well, CSing.
Right, and we talked about this in the pregame. Avalon had a really, really rough time playing a lane swap game yesterday. So far, holding up.
Lane swap.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any wards either. They haven't seen Jarvan since he was just top a few seconds ago. They should be timing. Takes about 30 seconds for last time you see Jarvan until he could show up bottom lane after a recall. So they actually time Helios. Goes down to cover Avalon down bottom. A lot of ward coverage in the bottom side. So they're helping Avalon succeed in this lane swap here. Don't want to leave him out to dry. He's got plenty of vision, as well as the support of his brother.
And there's a quick ward kill, though. Avalon's still getting harassed by CoreJJ. It's a 1v2. And this top must playing aggressively.
Let's take a look here. Teleports used from both of the solo laners, by the way, really early on for their first bases.
And look at this, Gamsu able to play aggressively against Altec. Hyper plus the Tidecolor's Blessing, letting him push Altec around.
Look at all the ward coverage as well that Dignitas have placed around mid lane since the early move. Winterfox blowing the flash from Shiphtur. They immediately brought all of their vision coverage to mid lane so that Shiphtur does not have to play so safe that he gives up CS.
There are literally no gank paths.
Yeah, they warded every single angle. So
jeez.
Azir is a very crucial part for their team. They need him to get strong and scale. He scales ridiculously well.
So far, he's a bit down behind Pobelter, but I guess when you lose your flash at the very start of the game, a level 1 gank, you kind of expect that to happen to you a bit. Gleeb trying to wrest some of this control back, getting pushed out by KiWiKid, though. Looks like Nami, the better duelist. Shiphtur getting hit by Gleeb a bit because Helios is coming in, as is Pobelter. They're going to actually wrest control of the boards away. KiWiKid forced to flash.
KiWiKid aggressively defending his wards. He's very protective of them. Has been caught out on occasion when trying to fight that vision battle. Quick move over from Winterfox is actually supported by the jungler, whereas KiWiKid did not have Crumbzz in the area, who's farming a bit harder than Helios. By the way, he's also, both of them have pulled out the Stalkers. And he does not clear the ward. You see what? He has quite see it. Now he sees it. He's just not clearing it. All right.
Really?
Unfortunate there for Helios. Wastes his Raptor proc.
Yeah, I'm watching on his screen just to be sure.
Rewatching?
Yeah.
All right.
He smites it.
Check back in later. Yeah, he never got vision of it. It was so far up.
Weird. Yeah, there's actually a small block that it was behind.
It's a very smart placement then.
I never knew that existed. He actually couldn't see it until the last maybe 3 seconds that he ran left.
That is actually very important because, especially in competitive play, Raptor Camp, one of the most popular camps to use your smite on for the buff. If you leave a ward that close to the red wall, it's a very small range where it will proc the Raptor buff. However, he's still not in vision of the ward, and you can waste enemy jungler's Raptor buff proc. Nice little tip there. I believe KiWiKid placed that one.
I can check if you want.
Might have been Crumbzz. All right, Detective Phreak, you're on duty.
All right.
Take over here. Not too much happening, save for CS. Defensive warding from both teams. Bottom lane has been our first recall. Shiphtur did it. Okay, yep. So props to Shiphtur. First recall there. CoreJJ coming back to lane with the early Sheen.
I like that. I really do like Sheen first on Cog because my favorite part about this is he has a way of triggering it with his auto attacks. That sounds dumb. He presses W and right clicks you and gets a Sheen trigger at long range. It's like a perfect synergy. It doesn't even cost mana.
Not to mention his ultimate. You can have it pretty much triggered on cooldown.
Right, so yeah, you W auto attack them, wait a second and a half, R auto attack them, and oh look, I got to Sheen proc you twice with 600 range.
Yeah, beating up on Sivir, abusing her short range.
And all those things, aside from the ult itself, dodge spell shield.
The other thing that we have to keep our eye on in duo lanes like this after lane swaps, when you swap back, these supports are really under-leveled when they first get back there. Both of them were just level 3. Whereas the supports can put out, or the AD carries can put out a lot of damage because they just bought. So if you get a Sheen like this, if CoreJJ had put that burst combo you talked about, 2 Sheen procs, couple auto attacks onto Gleeb, very dangerous if a jungler is in the area. But they did not trade. Winterfox moves over to Dragon. they do see Shiphtur in mid lane as well. So Winterfox trying to take advantage of the recall that Shiphtur took. Wow. Just now getting back to lane with those double Dorans. Pobelter just swings on down.
Really impressive by Winterfox. They're not even going to get punished by much. The bot wave gets pushed into their turret, but they'll be back in time to grab most of it. Great dragon control.
Shiphtur respecting the all-in from Pobelter as well as the...
Ult. Nice knockback into the turret. He can R away, but he should have the death mark damage and doesn't even go down. Beautiful play by Pobelter.
And we see the power of the counter pick here. Red side, there are definite benefits for the red side.
Triple longsword Zed.
Thought they were going to save that for Pobelter. He really made use of it. The wall for Azir is extremely frustrating for most champions to get over. As we saw, Zed can easily return to his R though. Dignitas going to, just one moment, they let the vision coverage lapse around mid. That was a very small window for Lee Sin to even be on the bomb side, and he wasn't even needed. Just covering for Pobelter, so Pobelter could go that aggressive. They knew that Jarvan was not there in the area, and even if he was, it could have been a 2 versus 2.
Oh, absolutely wonderful stuff then. Shiphtur, though, didn't use an exhaust, by the way. To my knowledge, it was up. He could have survived, actually,
still up.
the 1v1 all-in. Yeah, it's still up. I don't think he used it at any point during this game. There we go. That one, not blocked by any stray rocks. Helios clears some wards away, gets vengeance. We could push it around a little bit here. Okay, so Winterfox, they got the 1-on-1 kill mid. They got the dragon control. They are, otherwise, though, a bit behind both in bot lane and top lane. The Koreans for Dignitas are actually pulling the only weight right now for Dignitas.
Lane swap initiated by Dignitas. Came out a little bit down in the CS. Their bottom lane, pretty much even though.
Oh yeah, I guess there's a way they got cleared back, so yeah, I should
not that big of a deal.
Retcon that.
KiWiKid.
Nice freeze by Kiwi.
Now usually it's a fairly dangerous move to tank a lot, especially if you're under-leveled as a support trying to freeze, but they have such good pink ward coverage here. KiWiKid, well aware, no jungler will come take his life as he tries to save some more money for CoreJJ.
And I really like how he froze it, because some supports will sit there and just take a bunch of
auto
auto
damage
for a long time. He pulls them halfway around the bend, and then for the last 3 seconds, he de-aggroes it, because they have to walk around anyway. Same amount of time the wave is frozen, but 3 less seconds taking damage. So anyone out there looking to freeze waves, there's a good way to do it.
Kiting, much more effective than actually taking damage. Look at this, though. Dignitas. Crumbzz making his first really aggressive move. And got into position. Lane. There's 0 vision for Winterfox, so Altec here.
Early ult uses a smite. Spell should blocks the Q, but not the knock of the body. Here comes this tidal wave walked away from. Altec had flash the entire time.
All right, well, the fight's still going, but I feel like an instant Cataclysm would have gotten at least a flash from Altec.
Definitely.
And a Cataclysm for flash of AD carry is always worth trading.
Gamsu overextended though. There's the Q. Helios. Get out of my lane. Nice 2-0 Winterfox.
Very nice shot. Didn't get to see the beginning of that, how they forced him out of the turret, but there's that speed from Janna really coming into effect as well. Uh-oh.
Crumbzz, no escape. Exhaust used this time by Shiphtur to keep his teammate alive. Crumbzz 1 hit away. The Q poke still going in. Helios shows up. Wow. Winterfox finding everything.
Now we've got a 3-man defense here for Dignitas. They better back up, get back to the turret here.
Jeez, Winterfox are doing very well for themselves. This is a battle of 2 teams at 1 and 2. Dignitas having an uncharacteristic slow start to the split. Winterfox still without their full lineup, but have a chance to end this week 2-2, which really ain't bad considering how good the NALCS has gotten. So far, that plan is alive for Winterfox here.
Alive and well. However, we expected Winterfox to, take small skirmishes and try and pick apart this Dignitas team in the early game, trying to accrue a little bit of a lead here, taking advantage of the Zed 1v1 power, as well as trying to split up the team. The thing we really got to keep our eyes on is once Dignitas actually decide to group up, try and utilize the strength of the champions that they have drafted.
And that's the thing.
It all comes together.
It really does.
As a 5v5 for Dignitas. So They haven't really had their time to shine yet. Gleeb, the support, shining in that role so far as a sub.
True.
There's the split.
But here's the problem, right? Is Dignitas have been seemingly unable to group up and play the comp the way they want it to. And Winterfox keep poking at them and saying, I dare you to group up. I dare you, because Pobelter's going to take 2 turrets down if you do. So far, very good for Winterfox. Teleport comes in from Gamsu to try to push the rest of these guys back. Dig do go mid lane. They're pushing hard. There's the tidal wave. There's the dive on in. Gnar's going to get missed. Nice flash away by Altec.
Right there, while not much happened, I think it's a perfect example. Okay, never mind. We're going to keep going here. Helios wants blood.
Good dodge on this. Crumbzz taking some damage. Uh-oh, here comes
flank.
Avalon from the back. Sivir ulti popped as well. He's going to lock up CoreJJ. There's a tornado as well. First kill picked up for Pobelter. Pops ulti, goes to Shiphtur. He's going to escape pretty quickly. The Emperor still trying to get away towards his turret. Helios finds another. Trades back onto the enemy jungler. 5-0 game for Winterfox.
So before Winterfox are able to use their speed and collapse on the retreating Dignitas, I think that tower siege from Dig is a perfect example of teams working around Gnar and the mechanics of the champion. You can see that his ultimate form is just about to fall off. And so Altec 100% expecting Gamsu to come in for that flash ultimate. They know that Dignitas are looking to press this because they're being pressured on side lanes. And they really take advantage of forcing Dignitas into the situation where you only have one choice. They group up, they try and force it mid, and then they play around the Gnar timings. Then, really good job by Winterfox to actually re-engage once the Gnar is back in mini form. That big front line is not there for the team. There's the duel from Helios and Crumbzz, by the way. Helios was a bit up on combat stats for that one.
Even though he's taken a minion wave, just the nice RQ at the end there, using the extra cooldown to secure the kill. Very nicely done. 2 dragons and nothing. Dig have taken down turrets to their credit. There is some bright points here for the Dignitas group, but they are really otherwise not on the scoreboard at all.
Well, we'll see if they will have better luck forcing a group next time. Winterfox easily just go right back to game plan. Pobelter split push. Everyone else try to hold the waves while he does. The thing about having a Sivir plus a Zed, not only do they work really well together by forcing the enemy team to split up and then Sivir's speed for catching them, but also Sivir's wave clear is great. You can have 2 lanes of pressure. You can see Winterfox, they're pushing top and mid at this time, whereas Dignitas are just trying to hold on. They do get 1 turret traded. And that's actually good for Dignitas.
It is.
Best they can hope for right now are trading of objectives.
And that's what Dig really, really needs to keep doing. Like, they're having a rough game. The one bright spot, again, is that they are actually doing a better job of taking turrets down. They've taken better turrets down. Their 5-on-5 is strong.
Onward.
If they can make that happen and not get picked apart by this Winterfox lineup, then good. But the individual playmaking is there. Helios is 3-0. Pobelter 2-0-1. These players can completely break apart what Dig wants to do.
Top lane is the outer turret left standing here. Dignitas may decide to swing up there. Looks like not though. Azir, really they have to get at least 1 item on Azir though before they can really pull it together. Shiphtur's got pieces at the moment. Looking to farm up a bit longer before he can complete first item. Maybe Morello. CoreJJ and Shiphtur in the same lane, actually less than ideal here for Dignitas. Both carries having to fight over that CS. They already have Trinity Force on CoreJJ, so
yeah,
I would probably send him to a different spot. Looks like Shiphtur did get his cash money for his Morello.
It's something that Dignitas can use, the fact that they have a really high-powered Kog'Maw here. Morello's done on Azir. His exhaust being back up as well means they should be able to survive Zed. His damage output's going to be high for both these major carries.
Board coverage lapses here for Dignitas. Winterfox, not only can they spread out the team, but they've got vision in both sides of the jungle here. This is the perfect scenario for Winterfox. They can play around in the jungle, pick someone off while Pobelter actually applies pressure top. Looks like he will get this turret as well.
Yeah, smart by Winterfox. They went into the jungle, realized that they were going to be in a 4v5. They backed out, but it created enough tension that Dig did not show up to stop top lane in time. And there we go. More turrets going Winterfox's way. The Zed split push, very successful. He's 50 minions, by the way, up against his lane opponent. Gigantic lead here. And until Zhonya's is completed, which is 1,800 gold away, Shiphtur's not going to be able to withstand a 1v1. Exhaust or not, honestly.
We'll see how quickly they can get their exhaust down onto Zed in the team fight. Because it looks like they're forcing an issue once again. The Gnar almost ready to transform here from Gamsu, and he does have teleport. So this is the opportunity. Oh, there it goes. He pops it inside the jungle. Dignitas should probably back up a little bit as that bar dwindles. Because we've seen, if Gnar's not going to control this Winterfox team, then nobody's going to be able to control it. Crumbzz is just way too weak right now. He has not built barely any tank stats.
There's no help.
Just got armor. And he's a jungler, so he's going to be a bit poor. Sure. Since he doesn't have kills as Helios does. So they really rely on Gamsu to be the front line, try and control Winterfox's damage. Quick move up mid, though. From Winterfox, they should gain position at least on that mid turret. And even though Gamsu's teleport is up, so is Avalon's.
So then I'm going to match up in the bot lane right here. Dragon's up in 30 seconds. Dignitas, if they are able to be the stronger 5-on-5 lineup, maybe they can control a neutral objective pretty well.
I think that Winterfox would put a large priority on this Dragon, though, because number 3, the speed buff, I don't think that Winterfox would actually want to trade a turret for this Dragon. That speed is going to provide them a really big boost in catching out Dig, taking advantage of them in the fights.
CoreJJ on the front line! Ulti's popped, and CoreJJ, he's going to be a really low health Kog'Maw. Pop! Down he goes. Pobelter gets the kill. Out goes Dignitas. Over aggression by this team. Get up their 6th kill. Now KiWiKid on the wrong side of the map. Hits the tornado. The bubble's a bit better, but Pobelter is basically here. A little birdie slows down the fish. And now a Shadow Ninja wants a kill.
Will they let him live?
What?
Throw the fish back? KiWiKid's he's a small fish. Hey, he finds his own way out.
It's like a fishing show on television. They don't want to catch the fish, they just want to make it late for something.
All right, Dragon does go over to Winterfox, number 5 for them.
Yeah, it was bad.
Pretty much retain control. Now I just want to go over how Winterfox set that play up. See the double pink wards? They had pink ward coverage over this top side, and everyone just waits in that side. Let's take a look at it here. Pobelter and Helios, the really fed members. I feel like CoreJJ just should not get that close to a side of the map that is complete fog of war for his team. Pink ward in that bush, the entire top side is dark for Team Dignitas. If you look at that map in the replay, they had 0 wards on that side of the map. So you really cannot afford to have your carries that close to fog of war if you're running this type of team that Dignitas are.
Crumbzz doesn't get the flash. Oh, he fails the flash too. I think he got the jungle camp, but yeah. Good aggressive use of wards by Winterfox to set the prior kill up. Good invade by Pobelter, knowing he's safe in there. Still under complete control.
Avalon holding Gamsu down bottom as well. He doesn't have the teleport though, so once Crumbzz revives, if Gamsu can force Avalon to a side lane, charge up his Bar of Rage, right before the transformation, teleport in behind Winterfox, and have Dignitas be the ones to get the initiation off, then they can turn a team fight in their favor and hopefully get an objective back. But if they aren't able to pull that off, things looking grim now.
And the game is slipping farther and farther away from them, I feel like. These guys have just been unable to make these great moves, and Shiphtur not being on a even farther reaching champion like a Xerath. Like, I just think back to the game against Gravity yesterday. where they were getting control the whole time, but once in a while they'd land a whole bunch of poke and row and someone would die and they'd get control back. This doesn't seem available for Dignitas. Because if they're going to kill something, it's got to be a hard engage.
Yeah.
With a gold deficit, which is hard.
Yeah, or have numbers advantage.
Yeah, true.
They have a small open. They still have this small opening where a teleport advantage. The only problem is Gamsu would have to lure Avalon to some hidden corner and keep him there for a while to allow his team to set up a good teleport for him. He does have flash as well, so you know this could be the chance that they want to go for. At the moment, Pobelter split pushing, and the rest of Winterfox playing really well with a split push. They're playing safe. They know that this is the only chance really to get caught out.
Okay, well, Gamsu's got a high bar. He's going to try.
Altec, the prime target.
Doesn't even have to ult, though. Look at that. A single soccer ball comes out. Gamsu's not going to get the chase down.
Looks like they've lost their window here. Pobelter takes another turret for his troubles. Still have Sivir ultimate in mid, so Winterfox can really just stay just in range to keep vision of Dig. They don't have to commit. Just buying more time for Pobelter. The other thing I want to mention about Pobelter here, he is making such good work of his split pushing, but because he's so far ahead, he doesn't have to actually buy Ghostblade. He went with the team-oriented upgrade of Brutalizer, getting the Black Cleaver, so he can shred Area of Effect Armor Shred for Sivir, which does AoE damage as an AD carry. So even since Pobelter has such good level advantage and 1v1 power already, he actually buys for the team. If he decides that they have to meet up, he'll be adding a lot more and helping out Altec there with the armor shred.
Definitely awesome for him, but Pobelter right now actually inside the enemy jungle. He's actually surrounded and no one knows it. His team's going to start up Baron, and now it's up to Pobelter to buy some time. He's not going to buy much, though. Trying to get away. He's one hit away. There's a rock in the face. He actually kills CoreJJ all the same. And his team is still taking down Baron.
They've got it, though. They've got it.
They're coming over. Now the question is, how fast can they get out? Sivir ulti pop to make them run. Good, clean escape.
With the empowered recalls, it's even hard for Dignitas to try and get an objective off of that. Top wave does have the closest minions, but quick empowered recalls, everybody goes back to base for Winterfox, and Altec will clean up the mid line of minions here. It looks like they were looking for some sort of pick instead. They do swing up top as they see Altec mid, but this is actually a bad trade for them, even though they would be able to get some global gold. This is a Baroned up team with 3 dragons. So they have the speed, run straight down mid. This is going to be a tier 2 for a tier 1. Yeah, trying to defend it. That is actually really...
Well, he's big Gnar, but he's got no teammates around. Crumbzz still recalling here. And that is turret number 6 for Winterfox. They have completely tooled Dignitas around the map.
So, tier 2 for tier 1 is actually decent for Dignitas because they need to grab any sort of gold trade that they can, and they would probably lose that anyway. But using the teleport there was not necessary. Pobelter, here's his solo kill of CoreJJ. Oh, wow. Able to get that off just before he is killed by Gamsu on the exit. That's just how strong he was in the 1v1, by the way, that we were just talking about, even with exhaust on him.
Ignite Rune King was enough, so very well played. Now gets a quick Pink Ward kill. Dragon's up in 15 seconds. That'll be number 4 for Winterfox. And nothing to stop these guys whatsoever. The only kill that was even grabbed by Dignitas this game was basically Zed saying, you know what? Take it. I don't care. We're getting Baron for this. Dig are grouped up though to stop this dragon. Avalon
this is actually only number 4, so I do not like... I mean, Avalon does have his teleport, so... I mean, they could try and force the teleport out of him, but I do not like committing to this. Okay, so they're just going for a little bit of poke there. Maybe some stray, random dragon steal.
But, like, push your waves out. Get mid pushed out. Get bot pushed out. Waste more of Baron buff. Contest Avalon. He's up to the inhibitor, by the way. No one's there yet. This turret's going to lose half its health probably before anything happens to him. Gamsu shows up. Okay, loses a third of its health. And by the way, the rest of the team is mid now with 4 dragons. They clear waves. They've got a Baron buff. Dig just feel a step behind. When the last Baron attempt happened, they ran around eventually chasing down this Zed. Waves were still on their side of the map despite the rest of Winterfox fighting Baron for 25 seconds.
Yeah, they are behind 10k gold at 30 minutes. So all options look pretty hard for them to pull off, but looks like they're going to have to defend all lanes at the moment, and all lanes are still getting pushed in. Split push with the Baron buff, all these empowered minions wrecking the base.
I really like their choice of where they split push to, by the way. Maokai is the big tank, he's soloing. Zed can get away by himself really quickly, so can Lee Sin. The ones who don't run away too fast, they have Sivir, both of them, with a disengage. Dignitas has to pretty much 5v5 or at least 4v something in order to make their comp really work. And so you split them up on top of using the Baron buff. All these turrets going down similarly in unison.
Gamsu doing his best to try and fend off Avalon and his crew of empowered minions. Now, they took a lot of the turrets low, but they haven't been able to finish them yet, and Baron just ran out. We'll see if Dignitas can keep up the valiant defense. Uh-oh!
Sivir wants to rotate to the top lane there.
Up top, they're just going to push it down very quickly. That's not to catch anybody out, that's just to make a quicker rotation.
Nice play.
Take down the turret. They did finally.
It's so well timed. You talk about Baron coming down, 3.5 minutes till that respawns, Dragons in 4 minutes. There's no important objective on the map during the cooldown of the Sivir ult. They just put a cooldown on the play, whatever, turret goes down, great for them. Recall by whenever you want. Winterfox still making these great, very smart, measured choices throughout this game, and Dignitas are not asking them any hard questions at all.
Only a multiple choice test.
True, false.
True, false. And every answer for Winterfox so far has been true. Giant lead. Number 5 Dragon coming up here. Number 5 they might try and commit to, just as a last-ditch effort. I feel, though, Dignitas really just have no place on this map outside of their base. So even if they ventured into the jungle to try and contest, probably go poorly for them.
And we're seeing that right here. Helios owns the jungle, clears the way the Raptor, smites it to make sure he can clear out wards. 2 minutes on Baron.
Now, if you're Dignitas, you got to be worried so far about this LCS split. You know, we give a lot of time. We don't want to overreact to teams when they immediately get back into the LCS. Week 2 here, though. Still, it looks like every single game so far in the LCS this split, Dignitas have been struggling. Seems like the off-season switches, you know, losing Scar, losing Zion, have really hurt them. Struggling fairly hard so far. Hopefully they will be able to repair, regroup after this week.
We'll see if they can. 1-3. They'll be at most 2 games behind first place, which means they could catch up in week 3 if Dignitas.
Yeah, I mean, it's not so much the stats or the results of the game that worry you. It's actually just sort of the way that the games have gone. The actual in-game play.
No, I agree.
From Dig. A little bit worrisome.
See bottom lane getting pushed down now. Helios doesn't quite overextend, dodge the bubble. Good escape there. Gamsu getting hit up by Zed, knocked in the turret though. Stuns up Pobelter, jumps all the way back. All as well. Bot lane and mid lane inhibitor turrets go down here. The split working so well from Winterfox.
And just like that, all the inhibitor turrets are down. Everybody keeping this team spread out as expected. And they've got complete control of the entire map here. All neutral objectives probably will go to Winterfox right now. Choosing for Baron, about to come up in 10 seconds. They can easily make a pick here from Fog of War. Dignitas very well aware of this though. If it's going to be a face check, who will they choose? Gamsu could jump in. Sometimes, you know, a death push can actually work against you.
Like that.
If your enemies are expecting it, well, could have gone, if they actually had a deep ward and Gamsu was able to teleport behind them, flash in with a Gnar ult, even at this stage, this far behind, a Gnar ult with the enemy team having Azir Kog'Maw, even that far behind, you can turn it around. So
CLG won a 4v5 like that with Gnar Lissandra. They didn't have an AD carry, and they did that to, was it Team 8 over in week 1? So certainly anything is theoretically possible, but Winterfox have not shown us that they're going to make mistakes like this very much. Dragon up in 12 seconds, easier to kill than Baron, fights back less hard. Seems that that will be their choice here.
All right, it looks like Dig are going to try and make a last stand here. There's no Lee Sin at this point, but Dignitas are unaware of that fact, since they haven't been able to get vision since they had zero map control.
They saw him on a minion.
Now they see him.
10 seconds. There's the jump in pop. They're going to go in for Gleeb. Gleeb does get cut out here. He pops ult, does have flash, forced to use it. Emperor's Divide knocks back Pobelter. They're going to go in now. Shiphtur forced to Zhonya's early. Deathmark still available, but the bubble's going to stop him. One kill picked up as Shiphtur falls. Now the jump in onto Gamsu. He could be dying as well. Double kill so far for Helios. Make that a third one coming in for Altec. Now Crumbzz doing a little bit here with CoreJJ, but he is the fourth casualty. Gleeb will survive the encounter with the shield. 5 for 1, and for style points, Winterfox is going to go for the dragon anyway.
Well, Dignitas did net 1 kill for that, but yep, that was their last stand. Valiant effort. Winterfox, 5th dragon, and Baron, actually, Phreak. They would like to collect
fantasy points.
Fantasy points, all the things.
Guys, if you stuck by Winterfox in week 2, congrats to you guys.
All right, let's take another look here. So they just want to catch out somebody. As you mentioned, they saw Lee Sin mid lane, so a couple of seconds of a 4 versus 5 there, and they go for the easiest target to first down, Gleeb, but he does have flash up. Cataclysm keeps Altec and Gleeb there for a little bit, but everybody's spread out, and Winterfox, it's just a massacre, hunt everybody down. Crumbzz able to take down Altec there, get on the board. And that's about it. Gleeb saved by his own shield there from the Kog'Maw explosion.
Good tornado him too. It's not going to do anything, but he tried anyway. So, glowing with 5 dragons, pretty little purple orbs with Baron. Everything points to Winterfox winning the game in the next 2 minutes. KiWiKid, kick him back? Nah.
Helios still looking for blood.
Kiwi's going to get away from this. Emperor's Divide knocks in Pobelter. There's the exhaust. He's not going to do much damage, but he still gets KiWiKid anyway. That is the GA pop. Now, can they kill him on the respawn? No. No, they can't. He's going to be fine. Gamsu, however, not going to be fine. A second kill now for Winterfox. The re-engage. Crumbzz, though, going to lose his life for that one. Pobelter still alive. And down goes Azir. 4 for 0. Dragon and Baron still there. Down the mid lane they go. Winterfox looking to win this game pretty clean.
Yeah, congratulations to Winterfox. Pick the Zed. Want to go with a split push for Pobelter. They gank mid early to make sure that he's going to be able to get to the point where he can be a split pushing threat and pull this Dig team apart.
And there we go. Avalon tanking turrets, losing some health for it. Actually, hold on. The respawn's in 10 seconds. There's no minion wave. Winterfox might have to leave right now. And they will not actually close out the game just yet. All right, guys, come back. Here we go. 80 minutes to dream. Dignitas.
This would be the most epic defense.
I think this would be a bigger comeback than CLGE versus Gambit at DreamHack 2012.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stretching back there.
That's how long ago a comeback this big has happened.
20,000 gold lead at 38 minutes, plus all of the neutral buffs. Let's see here, how many pages does he have in his dealer? Only 17, or 13, only 13 pages. Added to the book of Gleeb. Here comes Altec, speed boost, and they found some targets.
Goodbye, Crumbzz. He's going to try to do a thing. Altec's going to get that kill picked up quite nicely. There's a knockback onto Avalon, but it's Dignitas forced to run away through the base gate. And now they can ride the bottom lane in with super minions. Baron buff has 30 seconds left. They can still have empowered super minions in the base, which are going to be real hard to kill in a 4v5. Up they walk to the mid lane. Emperor could barely even keep that turret alive himself. They re-kill the inhibitor, or Nexus turret. There's a dive on in. KiWiKid's going to go down. More kills with CoreJJ drops as well. This will be the Nexus. No comeback happening. Sorry, guys. But that is GG. Winterfox putting themselves 2-2 at the end of the second week.
Solid play there from Winterfox. Game plan well executed. Leave up the Gnar and Jarvan, just split up the team and pick them apart. Good use of the Sivir speed boost, by the way. Big turning point when they opened up the mid lane and Dignitas pushed right up it with 5 to try and force that 5v5.
Yeah.
Completely expected by Winterfox. They turn it around immediately. Everybody collapsing in time. Avalon showed up fairly well this game. Hold his own in the 2 versus 1. Plus, in the team fights, gets in there, core target. He was able to get to Kog'Maw, lock him down. And a pretty easy cleanup there for Winterfox.
The core target?
I was going to say CoreJJ, and I did on accident.
I thought it was great, though. Honestly, a clean game by Winterfox. And I do want to agree. Again, I want to echo your points about them controlling the fights well. We saw Dignitas try. This wasn't a team where they felt like, this was a criticism of them yesterday, where they were playing air quotes not to lose as opposed to playing to win. They tried to make the engages. Dignitas tried to make the dives. They tried to take these kills. They tried to start the team fights. They just couldn't. The first round Sivir Janna, Winterfox had already set up from their first 2 picks, we want to split push and get away. Sivir wave clears minions. Janna Sivir gets away from the fights. Avalon just holds the split push forever. Let Pobelter do the heavy lifting. He did that. From start to finish, this game played as Winterfox wanted it to.
Yeah, I really actually like the team from Winterfox. Since the Gnar and Jarvan is so popular, coming up with a great strategy to pick apart team fighting compositions and punish them. Really good job here. Sivir plus the Janna and Zed for split pushing.
My big question, though, is if Dig had Annie, just one other form of reliable engage to try to get these fights started, to try to flash Tibber someone from 1,000 range away, which occasionally people were, maybe that makes a difference for Dignitas. Obviously, it's a really small choice.